Welcome to Sri Info for You channel. In this channel, we are going to discuss the multiple choice questions and answers for discrete time signal processing and digital signal processing for ECE, EEE, CSE and IT departments. In this video, we are going to see FAR filters basics and Fourier series method. First question, FAR filters are designed by considering all the dash finite samples of impulse response, infinite samples of impulse response, finite samples of frequency response. So FAR means finite impulse response. So for designing the filter, we are going to use the finite samples of impulse response. So option A is the correct answer. If we use infinite samples of impulse response, it is called IIR filter. So for question 1, the answer is FAR filters are designed by considering all the finite samples of the impulse response. And question number 2, LTI system can behave as dash. Option A, frequency selective filters. Option B, time selective filters. Option C, noise rejecting filters. Option D, both A and B. So LTI system means linear time invariant system. This system can behave as a frequency selective filter. So out of the 4 options, so we can select frequency selective filters. Next question, the dash is due to the nonlinear phase characteristics of the filter. Options are frequency distortion, time distortion, amplitude distortion and phase distortion. So the question is, the dash distortion is due to the nonlinear phase characteristics of the filter. So if the filter is having nonlinear phase characteristics, it means that the filter will have which type of distortion? So if the phase is non-linear, then the distortion is called as phase distortion. So option D is the correct answer. Question number 4. The FAR filters will not have linear phase characteristics. Is it true or false? So once again let us read it. The FAR filters will not have linear phase characteristics. So it is true or false? The answer for this statement is false. It means that FAR filters will have linear phase characteristics. So the FAR filter phase is a function, linear function of frequency. So one of the advantage of FAR filter is FAR filter phase is always linear with respect to frequency. That is one of the main advantage of FAR filter when compared to IIR filters. So the given statement is false. The correct statement is FAR filters will always have linear phase characteristics. Question number 5. FAR filters are always causal, non-causal, stable and not stable. So the answer for this is FAR filters are always stable filters. So for finding this, we are going to see the ROC. ROC means region of convergence. So for causal FAR filter, the ROC is modulus of Z greater than 0, and for anti-causal FAR filters, ROC is modulus of Z less than infinity, and for two-sided FAR filter, ROC is between 0 to infinity. In all the cases, ROC includes the unit circle. Therefore, FAR filters are always stable filter. This is also one of the main advantage of FAR filter. The first advantage, it has linear characteristics, phase characteristics. Second one, it is always stable filter. So that's why it is preferred than IIR filter. Next question. Filters that are realized in both recursive and non-recursive structures are IIR filters, analog filters, FAR filters, both A and C, both IIR and FAR. So recursive means using feedback, non-recursive without feedback. So the best answer for this is FAR filters. Which filters can be realized in both the recursive and non-recursive? So the answer for is option C, FAR filters. So this is also one of the main advantage of FAR filter. The structure of FAR filter, we can either use recursive structure as well as non-recursive. That is the main advantage of FAR filter. So advantages of FAR filter, it is stable, It is having linear phase characteristics. It can be realized both in recursive as well as non-recursive structures. Now let us move to next question, seventh question. Linear phase FER filters have dash phase delay and group delay. So for a linear phase FER filter, how will be the phase delay and group delay? Will it be variable, constant, unity or zero? So linear phase FER filters always have constant phase delay and group delay. Next question. FER filters are always stable because all the poles lie dash the unit circle inside, outside, in the right half or in the left half. So FER filters are always stable because all the poles lie inside the unit circle. So if the poles are lying inside the unit circle, we can say the filters are stable. So correct option for this is inside. The stability of the filters can be decided by the pole location. Next, ninth question. For linear phase FER filter, the magnitude of frequency response is unity, varying, constant and non-linear. So if the filter is a linear phase FER filter, the question asked is how will be the magnitude of its frequency response? For linear phase FER filter, we know it is having constant phase delay and group delay. The phase delay and group delay will be constant. Now, how will be the magnitude of the frequency response? The magnitude will also be constant. So, option C is the correct answer. For linear phase FER filter, the magnitude of frequency response is constant. It is not nonlinear, unity or varying. It is only constant. Next question. In FER filters with the constant phase delay, the impulse response is symmetric, antisymmetric, both A and B and none of the above. So listen the question. In FER filters with the constant phase delay, what about the impulse response? Will it be symmetric, antisymmetric or both symmetry as well as antisymmetry? None of the above. The answer for is, if the FER filter is having constant phase delay means the impulse response will always be symmetric. So option A is the correct. Question number 7. In FER filters with the constant group and phase delay, the impulse response will be symmetric, antisymmetric, partially symmetric, none of the above. You just compare the previous question. It is having constant group delay means, so constant phase delay means the impulse response is symmetric. Here the question is, in FER filters with constant group as well as phase delay, the impulse response will be what? Symmetric, antisymmetric, partially symmetric, none of the above. So the answer for this is question number 7. It is antisymmetric. So if the FER filter is having constant group and phase delay, the impulse response will always be of antisymmetric. Next question. In linear phase filters with the when impulse response is antisymmetric and n means order of the filter is odd, the magnitude function is dash. That's the reverse of the previous question. In linear phase filter when the impulse response is antisymmetric. Okay, response is antisymmetric and the order of the filter is odd. Then what will be the magnitude function? Will it be symmetric, antisymmetric, partially symmetric? None of the above. So here we have to remember with the clue here. So option is antisymmetric. If it is antisymmetric and the n value is odd, we can easily remember the magnitude function will also be antisymmetric. So keep in mind impulse response is antisymmetric and n value is odd. In such situation, magnitude function of the linear phase FER filter will also be antisymmetric. The next question. In linear phase filters with the impulse response is antisymmetric and n is even. So in the 12th question, it is antisymmetric and n is odd. Here in this question, the impulse response is antisymmetric and n is even. What about the magnitude function? Will it be symmetric, antisymmetric, partially symmetric, none of the above? So very simple to remember. If the impulse response is antisymmetric and n is odd, it is antisymmetric. But here n is even in this question. N is even means the magnitude function is symmetric. For odd it is antisymmetric and for even it is symmetric. So you can easily have a point on this. Next 14th question. In FR filters, if h of n equal to h of n minus 1 minus n, then the filter is symmetric, antisymmetric, partially symmetric, none of the above. So it is satisfying the condition h of n equal to h of n minus 1 minus n. So the filter is symmetric filter. So option A will be the correct answer. If h of n equal to h of n minus 1 minus n, the filter is symmetric filter. Next question. In FR filters, if h of n equal to minus h of n minus 1 minus n, then the filter is. So if it satisfies the condition h of n equal to h of n minus 1 minus n means it is symmetric. Here we are having a negative sign. If h of n equal to minus h of n minus 1 minus n, then the filter is the antisymmetric filter. Option B is the correct answer. So it is antisymmetric filter. A digital filter is causal if the impulse response is dash. Infinite, 0, unity, greater than 0. Very important question. So when we say a digital filter is causal by seeing the impulse response, so if the impulse response is infinite, 0, unity or greater than 0, under which situation we can say a digital filter is causal filter. So the answer for this is a digital filter is causal if the impulse response is 0. So whenever the impulse response of a digital filter is 0, we can say the digital filter is a causal filter. So for a causal digital filter, the impulse response is 0. And the next question, a digital filter is stable if the impulse response is absolutely summable, not summable, integrable, 0. So when we say a digital filter is stable, so if the impulse response is absolutely summable means we can say the digital filter is always stable. So option A is the correct answer. So for a filter to be stable, its impulse response should be absolutely summable. For a filter to be causal, its impulse response is 0 here. Okay. Next question. The dash can be made small in non-recursive realization of FAR filters. Quantization noise, truncation noise, round off noise and amplitude noise. So when we realize FAR filter either in recursive or non-recursive, which can be made small. So in all the FAR filter we have to do quantization, truncation and round off everything. So in realization of a non-recursive of FAR filter, which can be made small, that is the question here. So the correct answer for this is, option C, round off noise. The round off noise can be made small in non-recursive realization of structure. Question number 19. The necessary and sufficient condition for a linear phase FR filter is that phase function should be a linear function of omega, which in turn requires constant phase delay or constant phase and group delay. Is the statement true or false? So for a filter to be a linear phase FR filter, so phase should be a linear function of omega. It is correct frequency. And it should have constant phase delay and constant phase and group delay. So this is a true statement. So the necessary condition is linear function of frequency as well as constant phase delay and group delay. The next question, the expression for phase delay is dash, where theta of omega equal to angle of h of e power j omega. What is the expression for the phase delay? So for phase delay, the notation is tau p. So tau p should be, we are having 4 such equations, which is the correct expression for phase delay. For the correct expression for the phase delay is option A here. Tau p equal to minus theta of omega divided by omega. So this is the expression for the phase delay of FAR filter. Option A is the correct. Next, the expression for group delay is dash, where theta of omega equal to angle of h of e power j omega. So for the notation for phase delay is tau p and the notation for group delay is tau g. So we have four options. So see the options, tau g equal to minus d theta of omega by omega. So if you differentiate that theta of omega with respect to omega, so we can get the group delay. So then expression for group delay is option A here, tau g equal to minus d of theta of omega by omega. So for tau p it is theta of omega by omega. If you differentiate we can get the group delay. So this is very important expression in FIR filter, both phase delay as well as group delay. And then the next question, it's an important problem. The frequency response of digital filter is h of e power j omega is given. Determine the phase delay and group delay. So very easy question. You don't need to see the magnitude, see the e power value alone. So e power minus j 7.5 omega. So e power minus j theta is given. So theta is minus 7.5 omega here. The answer for this is 7.5, 7.5. Very easy to remember. So a shortcut is also there. So e power minus j theta, whatever theta value is given, that will be the phase delay and group delay. Let us see how it is. So the explanation I have given here. So out of this, take theta alone. Theta is minus 7.5 omega. The expression for phase delay is minus theta of omega by omega. So here theta is minus of minus 7.5 omega by omega. It is 7.5. So for calculating group delay, tau g equal to minus d of theta of omega by omega. We have to differentiate with respect to omega. If we differentiate, so minus 1.5 by omega, we will be getting minus 1.5 multiplied by again minus, it is 7.5. The design technique of FIR filter is Fourier series method, frequency sampling method, window method, all of the above. So which are the techniques for FIR filter? The question is asked here. So the design technique is all the above. We can design FIR filter by Fourier series method, frequency sampling method as well as window method. All the three can be used. So option D is the correct answer for this. And the next 25th question. So next question is, the concept of FIR filter design using Fourier series method is, frequency response of a digital filter is periodic with the period equal to pi. Any periodic function can be expressed as a combination of complex exponential. Frequency response of a digital filter is periodic with the period equal to 2 pi. So answer is both option A and B. In Fourier series method, the concept we are using is, so FIR filter can be designed using Fourier series method. In that method, the concept is any periodic function can be expressed as a combination of complex exponential by Fourier, as well as frequency response of a digital filter is periodic with respect to period of pi. So option A and B both are correct. That is the concept of Fourier series method. And the frequency response of digital filter is period with respect to period 2 pi. That is not correct here. Both option A and B is correct here. And 26, how to convert non-causal transfer function to causal transfer function in FIR filter design. So how to convert non-causal to causal? So we have to divide it by z power minus n minus 1 by 2 or multiply. Like that, the options are given 4 options. So multiplying non-causal transfer function by z power minus n minus 1 by 2 or some other thing is given. The option is option B is the correct answer. To convert non-causal transfer function to causal, we have to multiply the non-causal transfer function by z power minus n minus 1 by 2. So while solving the problem, you can remember to find the causal transfer function, we will be multiplying the non-causal transfer function by z power minus n minus 1 by 2. So for this question, option B is the correct answer. So this is the important question. And the next question is, the truncation of infinite series in Fourier series method to finite value results in what? If we truncate the infinite series of Fourier series to finite means what will happen? Aliasing error, truncation, rounding or Gibbs oscillation. So in this unit, the only one option what we know is Gibbs oscillation. That is correct too also. So the answer for this question is, 27th question is Gibbs oscillation. Next question, Gibbs oscillation can be overcome by what? Frequency warping, windowing, frequency sampling and quantization. So Gibbs oscillation can be overcome by what? Frequency warping, windowing, frequency sampling and quantization. Option B is the correct answer. Gibbs oscillation can be overcome by windowing technique. That's why we are moving from Fourier series method of FIR design to windowing technique to overcome the Gibbs oscillation. And the next question is, Gibbs oscillation are due to dash of Fourier series, particularly near the points of discontinuity, due to fast convergence of Fourier series, slow convergence, linear convergence or non-linear. So correct option is due to the slow convergence of Fourier series only we are getting this Gibbs oscillation. So option B is the correct answer. Gibbs oscillation are due to slow convergence of Fourier series, particularly near the points of discontinuity. So while we are truncating the Fourier series to a finite sequence, at the points of discontinuity, due to the slow convergence of Fourier series, we are getting the Gibbs oscillation. That is a concept, remember that. Next, the drawback of Fourier series can be overcome by multiplying infinite impulse response with a finite weighting sequence known as what? That weighting sequence name is asked here. It is finite samples, finite sampling functions, window or causal sequence. So to overcome the drawback of Fourier series method, we are going to windowing technique. So the infinite impulse response is multiplied by a finite weighting sequence called windowing sequence. So option C is the correct answer. So very easy to remember. We have three methods of FIR design: Fourier series, windowing and frequency sampling. To overcome the drawback of Fourier series method, we are going to windowing. The drawback of Fourier series method is Gibbs oscillation. To overcome the Gibbs oscillation, we are multiplying the infinite impulse response with window sequence. The next question, in FIR filters, the Gibbs oscillations are due to what? Due to nonlinear magnitude characteristics, nonlinear phase characteristics, sharp transition from passband to stop band, or gradual transition from passband to stop band. So we have to think it and answer. In FIR filters, the Gibbs oscillations are due to the nonlinear magnitude characteristics. So option A is the correct answer. We know Gibbs oscillations are due to the truncation of infinite series. While doing truncation, at the point of discontinuity, we are having the slow convergence due to the nonlinear magnitude characteristics. So option A is the correct answer. So keep watching my channel for further updates. You can surely get good marks in the DSP or DTSP examination. So subscribe my channel to get the further update for the MCQs on DTSP and DSP. Thank you.